My name is Stacy Johnson, and I'm the director of the Child Development Research Center and an instructor in the Department of Human Development and Family Studies. The Child Development Center really functions on the premise that children learn best when they're active explorers. So they are active participants in their environment, which I think most people get. You know, they think about young children as busy and they learn because they're doing. In an active learning environment like we have, it's not just active participatory children, it's active participatory adults. And so it requires both components. And so while our children are always very busy and engaged in learning, the expectation of the adults in the classroom is that they are also actively busy, engaged, and learning as well. So I think one of the great things about this program and the teachers here is that they really do see the child as a whole person, and this awareness of the importance of early childhood. And while those of us in early childhood have kind of known that intuitively for a long time, we now have all kinds of great research and brain science that tells us collectively as a society this is a really important time in life, and it's fundamental to what happens later on. And in terms of encouraging active learning, or what that looks like in the classroom, active learning as defined by HighScope, which is the curriculum model we use, includes materials. So we have a lot of stuff, real stuff that children have access to, and then the opportunity for children to manipulate those materials. So they are busy and active, and a choice is the third ingredient. So they have a choice of how to use those materials. So not only are we providing a lot of materials, they choose which materials to use and how to use them. So as long as it's safe for the material and safe for themselves and their friends, you know, there's a lot of variety in the ways children use materials, and they're often much more creative as adults. The fourth ingredient is communication from children. So active learning is loud. Children are very busy, but they're also talking about what they're doing, and we want them to engage socially and to communicate with others and then with the adults. And so that last ingredient is the ingredient of the active participatory adult. So that adult is there facilitating play, playing along with children, introducing new ideas or referencing children from one to another. Oh, look what happened. She cut her apple in half this way, and look what happened, you know, there's a star on the inside. And so they, you know, can reference other children and add new ideas and challenge children to think about things differently, or if children have questions, to help them to not just answer the question, but to help the children discover the answer to the question.